After a long days of work, I decided to step out of the apartment in search of beautiful places to visit within Germany. This time, I found Tübingen. From Stuttgart, it's a 45-minute drive or train ride to Tübingen. I'm a big fan of medieval towns, and Tübingen, with its charming old town, was an absolute delight to explore. Surrounded by forested hills and overlooking the Neckar River, Tübingen is home to one of the few completely intact Altstädte or old town centers in Germany. I'm totally honest, I wasn't too sure what to expect. I knew there was a row of colorful houses down by the river, but that was about it. The old town is very compact, making it easy to explore on foot. As you enter the city, you will encounter beautiful parks with huge caving trees. The place is totally captivating. The said beautiful and colorful timbered buildings are down by the river, and they were every bit as picturesque as I did expected. Tübingen students introduced punting in the tranquil Neckar River in the 20th century. The views from the water of the historic houses that line in the Neckar are absolutely stunning. The best thing to do in Tübingen is simply wander around its quaint streets. Steep steps, narrow lanes, and pointed gabled houses dominate the townscape all the way up to the castle. There is always something going on in Tübingen, and not just in the lovingly restored town center. The town's charming shops, bars, and restaurants make it the perfect place to hang out or go for a stroll. I love the historic half-timbered houses that line the streets. It's amazing how well preserved they are. So I continued my walk to the Marktplatz, the market square, a picturesque square with the fountain of Neptune and formed by the 15th century town hall. The gabled town hall features an astronomical clock that still works till this day. It was market day, so the square was buzzing with people browsing the many fruit, vegetable, and flower stalls. From the Marktplatz, I roamed aimlessly around the charming streets. I made sure to explore the little lanes and narrow staircase that connect the main streets in this hilly town. The place is charming, clean, and you will also hear the rushing sound of the water as you pass by in some areas where small streams can be found. I also had the opportunity to walk through the pedestrian tunnel, which I find so amazing. It's really safe for the people to use. The popularity of the strategic position above two rivers over the centuries is shown by the numerous archaeological finds dating back to prehistoric times in the Tübingen area. So I walked to the Hohentübingen castle. The prominent location rewards the ascent with a fantastic panoramic view over Tübingen to the Swabian Alb. The first written evidence of settlement in the area was back in the 11th century. Part of the University of Tübingen, the castle houses the Museum of Ancient Culture. The little mammoth tusk figurines in the museum are some of the oldest artworks ever found. The Museum of Ancient Cultures at Schloss Hohentübingen is the only university museum in the world with exhibits of 2 UNESCO World Heritage entries. Visitors can wander through preserved rooms as well as learn more about the history of the castle, city, and country. Walking through the old part of the town, you don't really get a sense of how huge the city is, but from up the castle, specifically at the viewing decks, you get to really appreciate Tübingen in all its sprawling beauty. When you travel to Tübingen, do not miss to include in your itinerary the Stiftskirche. It is a late Gothic structure built by Peter von Koblenz in 1470. The interior of the church was completely renovated in the years 1962 to 1965. This became necessary after cracks had become visible on the facade and in the nave. The altar shows the crucifixion of Christ in the middle picture. On the inside of the wings, you can see the cross and the Wippenting. The outsides of the altarpiece represents Christ on the Mount of Olives. The altar was restored in 1960. Pointed arcs windows illuminate the barge and choir. My eyes are pleased. I have experienced the unique medieval atmospheric vibe of Tübingen embedded in a unique cultural landscape. There are many things to do in Tübingen with its historic houses, atmospheric cobblestone streets, and Neckar Riverfront as the main highlights. All the little pleasures of everyday life can be found here. Strolling, shopping, eating, and drinking in Tübingen are a feast for the eyes and for the soul. I hope that this video will help you appreciate the city even more. And before I'm going to end this video, allow me to say that life is full of wonder. Even if we are in the point in life where we cannot appreciate things, it sometimes helps to remember that there are really things to enjoy when we are ready. So let us seize every moment as they come, with open hearts and arms outstretched to embrace the possibilities that lie before us. This is Jhongix channel. Until my next travel, choose